Hey guys, Chris Gasso here, Rabbit Guy. This is your Mayan calendar, and for whatever reason, this Windows 8 Pavilion HP20, I can't figure out how to zoom this, but you can still kind of see it. And I'm going to use my mouse here. I got it right here in the center. This is the God figure. Okay, this is what everybody thought about in 2012 and 2000, whatever, the apocalypse, the Mayan calendar. It's a 26,000 year cycle. If you turn this guy in the middle and count these all as gearworks, each ring, if you start turning this now, from where it is, it takes 26,000 years before it lines back up like this if you only turn the center. This is the black hole in the middle of the Milky Way. Okay, that's God. Now, these angels, most likely, they're from one of these. Okay, now what are those? Are most likely the most ancient planets. And what they do is when these things line up, okay, these guys can't go to these guys because you see this guy and this guy. There's a reason why them have teeth and they're deadly like that. They can't go this way. They have to go out and around until things line up, and then they can't really get to each other. But they can go out. So they go out like this to this ring. And you can't really see the symbols. There we go. That's better. Okay. This is like where we are at. Now, these symbols here, this is like the grass symbols. These are like habitable worlds, but they're not fully developed. These are like dinosaur planets, but what happens when you come out here? Because some of these lines, and this one's lined up, it's like, whoa, what's that? Okay, and you see if you play this around, eventually this, they all eventually come into alignment as you turn this around, then this ring turns, and they line up with these, and then they line up with those. Well, what's all these great big things? Well, our galaxy is eating all these other little dwarf galaxies, and these ones just coming in, they're actually like these guys. But they're more primitive. And they come down in, and then they gotta pass through all kinds of shit. And by the time they get here, all that's left is a grass world, a dinosaur planet, whatever. But then as we go further in towards the center, we get to where like Earth is. But the angels, they're from these four. And there's a reason why the Mayans in the Stone Age know that this is a 26,000 year calendar. They knew this represented the galaxy because even your Christian Bible says they were teaching us astronomy and astrology and medicine and all this stuff, folks. Until this very day, the symbol in medicine is Quetzalcoatl, the winged serpent. Dig it? Now, I wish I had another image loaded up on this. This video's going on 3 minutes, but I really wanted to bring up this Mayan calendar because I'm thinking of it. I should have had Hoag's object ready up here, and I guess I got 3 minutes. I'm going to put my phone down. I don't like to edit these videos, so just give me a minute. I'm going to bring up Hoag's object in another window. Okay, this is Hoag's object. And some of the images are better than others, but I like this one. It's one of the first ones. Okay. This is a freaking galaxy. Wait a minute. Over here. Bam. Okay, this is the center, but it's actually a lot smaller than that. Most of that's glare. You can't even see the mouse when I get on it. But surrounding it, it keeps loading stuff, folks, sorry. But surrounding it is these guys. I don't think those are like blow-throughs from this. Here's a better image of it right here. This is the one I'm most familiar with because you got this one here, you got one here, and then if you download this yourself, you see another one over here, and you really got to blow this up. You can zoom in a lot on this, but That's turning into a solar system, people. That is turning into a solar system. Here's another good example where it's nice and clear, where that is actually a supermassive planet. It's not in the distance. This is not in the distance. These are orbiting that. But the wikis and all this, I tried editing them, but who am I? I'm the rabbit guy. They don't care about that. All they care about is they say that's something else in the distance, but it's not. Okay, you got to Google Hoag's object on your own. These are on the Hubble site. I first encountered this in the galaxy. I was just going on Hubble site and just looking at stuff, and I seen that, and I was like, wait a minute, that's a rabbit. And I started chasing it. That, my friends, is something that developed from devouring all these stars, and it's like a Jupiter. Okay, but right here's another one. Dot, dot, dot. These ones are still feeding. All these stars are gone. Everything else in the background is in the background. They're not actually part of this central image. And when I pull back, you can see it a little better. But even now, still, most of this is glare. This is all glare. And they found other bodies closer to it other than these big bastards. But that's many times bigger than a star, and it's a planet. That's a planet that can easily destroy these stars. They're all being destroyed. There we go. They're all being destroyed by these guys, and it's going to turn into a giant solar system, okay? So imagine if there's a guy over here with a telescope looking out. What's he going to see? That's his sun right there in the middle. But it's a galaxy, people. Billions of light years away. A wheel within a wheel. There it is. It's in the Bible. Okay, that's not a conspiracy. That's out there. This is one of the many rabbits I've been chasing for decades. Ever since I've had the internet, and I had the NASA channel for a while, talked about that. I'm going to turn this around and try to talk directly to the camera. Even though I can't see myself, I kind of can in the reflection. Get this, guys. I grew up watching Ripley's Believe It or Not. That's where I got some of my inventions. I mentioned I studied robotics and electronics, and I've talked about a lot the hard stuff I put in space, but I never talked about the projects, like the stuff that I would need something like this for. It's a butane soldering iron. Because sometimes you need like a magnifying glass and a microscope to do it. And if you do it wrong, you got to throw it away and start again. And I got a piece rate for getting them right at home. Because they couldn't really feed some of these jobs outsource. And I can't go no further than that. Fact is, this is a galaxy turning into a solar system. These are most likely supermassive planets. And this is what's going to happen in the Milky Way. And what the angels do, there's angels there. Believe me. They got angels working for this guy. And they're out here making sure that they got life. And when these bad boys cool off enough, they go bing, bing, bing. Same way they do here, the Mayan calendar. And they seed it. The same way I am trying to seed the internet with rabbits. I'm the rabbit guy, Rabbit Hole Diaries. Hit that like, hit subscribe. Go to Hubble and see what you can find. Are you stuck at home? You wish you were at school? You're homeschooling your kids. Do you want to promote the standard curriculum, or do you want them to explore? Peace out. HubbleSite.org, people. There you go, spacetelescope.org. Because it's not just Hubble now, so they had to change that, I guess. But it's .org. Peace out.